Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Now live at 5, neighbor on neighbor violence. A woman in her late 70s shoots her neighbor. He's 70. Wait until you hear what the argument was over.
But we're going to begin with a dangerous heat wave settling in. It is 88 degrees in Mount Clemens right now, but with all of that humidity, it feels like it's 103. And the hard part is this is just the beginning. It's going to be days before we see any real relief.
This is some serious stuff. Here are the big headlines right now. DTE says they are preparing for tomorrow and Saturday to be the highest days of energy use in the company's history.
Add to that, the Ann Arbor Art Fairs kicked off today, and EMTs are already dealing with heat-related injuries there. Maybe the worst part about all of it, we're not going to see temperatures drop very much once the sun sets. Even at night, it's going to stay hot.
Jamie Edmonds spent the day with children at outdoor summer camp. She's live in Inkster, where it feels like it's 87 degrees. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester live inside DTE's command center, where it is all hands on deck.
Let's start things off at 5 o'clock here, though, with Ben. Hi, Ben.
Guys, I wish we had different news, but the forecast really hasn't changed in the last several days. The heat still looks dangerous for Friday and Saturday. The one good thing is we've got a little bit of a reprieve currently, and we'll get to that in a second, but this is what we've been talking about, the excessive heat warning in effect for Friday and Saturday. It's technically in effect right now and running it through 8 o'clock on Saturday. This is the highest alert that the Weather Service puts out for heat. It's even more important than the heat advisory, which is what is in effect for Sanilac County, where temperatures are going to be just slightly cooler. Add to that, the air quality alert has been extended. So another ozone action day tomorrow. So if you've got breathing problems, it's going to be another tough one for you on Friday. Current temperatures have actually gone down since those thunderstorms moved through. We're only looking at temperatures right now that are in the upper 70s and low to mid 80s. But look at those heat index readings. It is still incredibly humid out there, and it will be right through most of the weekend. The worst of the heat will be Friday and Saturday with temperatures in the mid-90s, and it does look like those heat index readings are still headed to triple digits. We'll look at the numbers for your neighborhood in our 4-zone forecast in just a few minutes. Guys?
All right, Ben, and as we told you off the top, DTE says they are preparing for tomorrow and Saturday to be the highest days of energy usage they have ever seen.
Yeah, serious situation, certainly, with all those AC units putting massive strain on the grid. What are they doing to prepare? We turn to our consumer investigator. He's live inside the operations center inside DTE headquarters. Hank, it's not the hottest it's ever been, but this tells you a lot about the way our electric usage works these days.
Yeah, Karen, Devin, it certainly does. And when you think about all of the energy that's going to be used on Friday and Saturday, that is why DTE doing everything right now to make sure there are not any problems. Let me give you a live look here of the Operations Command Center. You can see teams here keeping an eye on the entire power grid. They're going to be here 24/7, as they always are, taking a look at any potential problems, helping to make sure that Detroit stays nice and cool.
The heat is on, and it's only going to heat up as we head into the weekend. Those of you with AC will likely be cranking it up. This a concern for DTE, the utility company working right now to make sure the juice keeps flowing.
A number of our long-term investment plans into the electrical system with smart grid infrastructure and system upgrades help the system be able to handle this extra electrical load.
The work being done now is to prevent any disruptions in power. That means keeping a close eye on the regional power grid.
We're preparing crews and having them ready on standby, so we're basically all hands on deck situation right now, as well as making sure all of our maintenance items that are out there are being taken care of so the system can handle at its best the demand that we're going to see.
What can you do to help? Well, begin by adjusting your thermostat. Don't keep the AC blasting when you're not home, and when you go to sleep, dial it up. Keep your blinds and your drapes closed, and try to avoid using any non-essential appliances as the heat hovers over Metro Detroit.
The system is set up, and we feel good that we're going to be able to handle the demand and the load that's going to be out there.
Back out here live, giving you a look at the Operations Command Center here with DTE in downtown Detroit. Again, as you heard, crews already in place. Work is already being done. They're anticipating the highest energy use that DTE has ever seen on a Friday or a Saturday, and they want to make sure they're prepared. We're live here tonight in downtown Detroit. Hank Winchester, back to you.
Well, let's try it on the other end of those electric lines, though, Hank. If you do experience a service disruption at your house, what should you do?
And Devin, really the most effective way to monitor any disruptions and maybe check to see if power is off and when it will come back on, that's the DTE app. Easy to download. You can also call the service line directly. That's 1-800-477-4747. Again, crews here 24/7. They don't anticipate any problems, but they're preparing for the worst.
Yeah.
Back to you.
All right, Karen.
Well, we know what DTE is doing to make sure those air conditioners keep cranking, but what about the hundreds of camps that are going on right now, those day camps and sports camps, most of them outdoors, and as we know, keeping cool in this heat is not easy. Jamie Edmonds is live in Inkster this evening tonight where it feels like it is 87 degrees. Jamie, how are the kids holding up? We know it's hard to keep them inside. Sometimes they just want to go out and play.
Karen, you have kids. It's summertime. They want to enjoy being off of school, but especially when they go to camp, they're away from you. You also want to make sure that they're safe. If you ask kids, this is all fun and games. A dunk tank, a slip and slide.
And it's just really hot outside, and we're having a great time.
The University Liggett School summer programs director says this all was an adjustment.
But because of the heat, we decided to go through a company, Bounce About, and we picked up all these blow-ups so that they can get wet as long as possible and stay cool.
Dylan McMaster is the golf course superintendent at Lockmore Club.
So a lot of the stuff we're doing outside is a lot of manual labor, physical, very intense, especially in high heat.
He and his crew made adjustments today too.
So what we're going to do this week is we're going to bring in the guys a little bit early to try and get a lot of that work done before the sun comes up, and obviously hydrate a lot, drink a lot of water, Gatorades.
Hot temperatures in July, that's nothing new. We all live in Michigan, but it's also about being smart. Pete Dillinger has 145 young kids here who need to be reminded every now and then.
I guess I told the kids, just because you're in the water does not mean you're hydrating. It's one of the biggest misconceptions where people go down.
Even when you don't want water, you're doing it?
Yeah.
And that's a nice little lesson from Alex Thomas there. Even if you're not thirsty, you need to drink to stay hydrated in these temperatures. Now, maybe some people who weren't outside today are saying it's not that hot. Well, we have pictures that prove just how hot it is. These are the CD lanes. We all know the area. When you exit 94 to go to the airport, you can go to Merriman or to Middle Belt. It's so hot that the road has buckled due to the heat, and MDOT crews will be out there fixing it tomorrow. Now, that's how hot it is. It's only going to get even hotter tomorrow and through the weekend. How are we all going to deal with this? I decided to go to the experts, the guys who have to work, guys and gals, who have to work in this every single day. And we asked them how to cope with all of this. And I'll have a live report coming up at 6 o'clock. Karen, Devin, back to you.
Oh, it is so tough to work out there in these conditions. Thanks, Jamie. We did ask you to send us photos of how you are beating the heat.
Mary, I think, has us all jealous here. She wins today. This is a photo from the pool, and unless you're indoors in front of the air conditioner, probably not a better place to be. Want to see how what you're doing to keep cool today, so send us a photo on our Facebook page. A lot of folks have.
Our other top story tonight, a woman in her late 70s is in police custody after taking a dispute with her neighbor to a violent level.
This all happened late this afternoon on Indiana at Santa Clara on Detroit's west side, and when the smoke cleared, the woman's 70-year-old neighbor had been shot. Sean Lay is there right now, and Sean, this was over a blade of grass.
Blade of grass and a brick. Tempers running hot. Come closer. I'll show you how all this went down. You can see the guys at this house here doing all sorts of landscaping, beautifying here. But the woman who lives next door says, look, this is her property. She says the guys were infringing on her lawn. So these two got into it. She went inside her house and grabbed a gun.
At one point, she actually pointed the gun at his head.
Chip Heathington saw it all and still can't believe it.
I'm like begging her to stop.
He's doing landscaping on the home of his 70-year-old friend. He's in the hospital right now after his neighbor in her late 70s shot him in his foot. Neighbors say the woman was furious, thinking their landscape work was eating into her beloved lawn.
She went in the house, which I thought she was done, came back out with her revolver, and decided that she was going to take it to another level.
That's when Chip and the others dropped their tools and heard a shot.
At this age, I haven't ran that fast in quite a long time.
Others say the man pushed the woman before that shot was fired. Detroit police now looking for security camera video to tell the whole story.
Like I said, it's a miracle that he only got shot in the foot, and another miracle that I didn't get shot. She wasn't listening to anything.
Back here live, how serious is this woman about her lawn? Take a look. She set up these wire fencing here on the easement so people can't park here, open their doors, and then step on the easement part of the lawn. Also, the man who got shot just got home a short time ago. Take a look. We have video of him. He says the bullet went through his heel, in and out. He's going to be okay, but he certainly wants to press charges. Live on the west side, Sean Lay, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Sean. Prosecutors have charged a Brighton man with child abuse after he allegedly attacked a 1-year-old boy. Luke Sementelli is charged with 3 counts of child abuse. Police say he pushed that baby to the ground multiple times and then shook the child. We're told Sementelli is the boyfriend of the baby's mother. He has been given a $250,000 bond. That 1-year-old boy is said to be improving at an area hospital.
The feud between President Trump and 4 Democratic congresswomen has reached a new level. Today, the president blamed his supporters for the "send her back" chants heard last night at a rally in North Carolina. But the targets of the attack say the president is to blame. Representative Ilhan Omar standing up to President Trump as he intensifies his attacks on her and 3 other congresswomen, all minorities.
This is not about me. This is about us fighting for what this country truly should be and what it deserves to be.
Targeted for days by the president, his supporters joined in Wednesday night at a campaign rally in North Carolina.
Omar has a history of launching vicious anti-Semitic screeds.
"Send her back," the crowd chanted about the Somali-born congresswoman. The president tried to distance himself from that today.
Well, I didn't like that they did it, and I started speaking very quickly.
But in fact, he stood silent for 13 seconds as the crowd shouted, "Send her back." And he repeated his controversial message to these 4 congresswomen and their place in this country.
If they don't love it, tell them to leave it.
That message also aimed at Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I think the president put millions of Americans in danger last night. His rhetoric is endangering lots of people.
Americans today sharply divided about a fierce war of words that began with a single tweet. Coming up, Michigan State Police were even nice enough to put out a warning. From the looks of it, not too many people listened.
Ahead at 5, how many drivers got a ticket for not playing nice along I-696 during Operation Eastside?
Also, a room full of smiling faces. New tonight, what 100 people celebrated in Detroit today that not only helps them, but also helps the city in a very big way. Rod.
The line was long in the hot sun here in Highland Park, first thing on Thursday morning.
It's hot now, so it's a surprise at this time that we would be going through this here.
Residents looking to get their water filters and more information about the lead in their water system. We'll have full details on where this is all headed in the next week.